Have you ever been around someone who seems friendly on the surface, yet deep down, you sense something is off? Maybe there's an instinctive feeling that something doesn't quite add up, like a small whisper of doubt that you can't ignore. Ever felt that uneasy, nagging sensation in the pit of your stomach, as if there's something darker hidden behind that warm smile? Carl Jung, one of the greatest minds in the study of human behavior, once spoke of a profound concept: the shadow. This shadow represents the hidden, often denied parts of ourselves, the darker emotions we try to repress. Yet those emotions find ways to manifest, sometimes in the most subtle of ways. When someone harbors feelings like hatred, envy, or resentment, they may try to hide it, but that doesn't mean it's not there. In fact, the signs are often right in front of us, quiet but unmistakable. Today, I'm going to reveal 8 unmistakable signs that someone close to you may secretly harbor hostility, even if they go to great lengths to keep it hidden. And beware, because sign number 8 is the most insidious of all. It could completely change how you view certain people in your life. So let's dive in. But before we start, be sure to subscribe to the Daily Stoic channel and our Telegram channel so you don't miss future videos on personal and spiritual growth. Now let's begin. The first sign of hidden hostility is contempt disguised as irony. Sometimes hostile feelings don't show up in obvious ways. Instead, they're tucked away behind sarcastic jokes, sharp remarks, or biting irony. Imagine this. Someone close to you cracks a joke about something you deeply care about, but when you point it out, they quickly brush it off with, "I was just joking," or "Don't be so sensitive." It leaves you feeling uncomfortable, yet they maintain the facade of being playful and harmless. But here's the truth. If the same jokes over time leave you feeling humiliated or belittled, then it's no longer just humor. It's a clear sign of hidden contempt. Carl Jung believed that our personal shadows are often projected onto others, and when someone uses sarcasm to attack aspects of your personality, they are showing parts of themselves that they refuse to acknowledge. So if someone's jokes seem to target you repeatedly, it might not be an accident. It could be a sign of something much deeper. The second sign involves hidden sabotage. When someone feels threatened by your success or personal growth, they may try to sabotage you in subtle ways. This isn't always a grand, obvious act of malice. Instead, it might show up as misleading advice, forgotten details, or small mistakes that, when added together, hinder your progress. Have you ever had a friend or family member who accidentally forgets to share important information or complicates a situation right when you need things to go smoothly? These little incidents, if they happen repeatedly at crucial moments, may not be pure coincidence. They could be a sign that someone close to you is unconsciously trying to sabotage your success. According to Jung, people who struggle to confront their own failures may project their frustration onto others by undermining them, thus avoiding the uncomfortable feelings of inferiority. Next up, we have silent competition. Some people simply can't stand seeing you succeed without feeling the urge to outdo you. Every victory you achieve triggers a response, not with congratulations, but with an attempt to shift the spotlight onto themselves. Maybe you share some good news, and instead of celebrating your success, they quickly share a similar or even greater accomplishment of their own. This unspoken competition is often born out of deep insecurity. For some, seeing you shine makes them feel diminished, as though your success highlights their own perceived inadequacies. If every conversation with this person feels like a competition, then it's not just about rivalry, it's likely rooted in unspoken resentment. Jung explained that our shadows often lead us to project the qualities we lack onto others. And this competition may be a way for someone to avoid confronting their own feelings of inferiority. The fourth sign is superficial support. Someone who secretly harbors negative feelings may offer what appears to be support, but it's thin and insincere. When you need help, they might downplay the situation, offer excuses for not being there, or act indifferent when you achieve something significant. At pivotal moments in your life, if someone close to you seems absent or indifferent, it might be more than just bad timing. Genuine support isn't just about being physically present. It's about being emotionally engaged and showing that you truly care about your loved one's achievements. If this lack of genuine support happens consistently, it may be a sign that their feelings toward you aren't as positive as they appear. As we dive deeper into understanding the signs of hidden hostility, we move from subtle sarcasm and control to a more complex web of behaviors that can be harder to detect. These signs reveal a lot about the dynamics between people, and understanding them can be a game changer in how we navigate our relationships. Let's continue with the next signs. Sign number 5, control disguised as caring. Some individuals will attempt to dominate your life, claiming it's all for your own good. They'll give unsolicited advice, criticize your choices, and cast doubt on your decision-making ability, all while pretending to be concerned about your well-being. The twist here is that their true goal is not to support you, but to make you feel dependent on them. This form of control can be especially difficult to spot because it's masked as genuine care. But here's a clue. After every piece of advice or criticism, if you start to feel insecure rather than empowered, it's likely a subtle form of manipulation. Carl Jung explained that this need to control stems from a deep fear of chaos within. Those who can't manage their own emotional uncertainty often try to control others to avoid confronting their inner instability. So if someone's advice is leaving you feeling small or doubtful, take a closer look at their motivations. Next, sign number 6 is the spreading of criticism and gossip. When someone harbors negative feelings towards you, they rarely confront you directly. Instead, they often choose to spread criticism or distorted information about you behind your back. This behavior can be incredibly insidious because it doesn't affect you immediately, but it can have long-term consequences. Have you ever noticed subtle changes in how people around you treat you? Maybe some friends or colleagues seem distant or start avoiding you for no apparent reason. This might be because someone has been whispering false or exaggerated rumors about you. Gossip, after all, is one of the most potent tools in the hands of someone with a grudge. It can tarnish your reputation and gradually isolate you. Jung argued that the need to discredit others often comes from a person's desire to project their own insecurities. Those who feel inferior or dissatisfied try to elevate themselves by putting others down. In other words, those who speak ill of you are often revealing more about their own inner turmoil than about you. Now let's explore sign number 7, a lack of joy in your successes. When someone truly cares about you, they will celebrate your victories as their own. They will share your excitement during tough times and cheer you on when you succeed because they genuinely feel your happiness. But what happens when someone close to you seems indifferent, even annoyed, when you share a good achievement? Maybe they quickly change the subject or downplay your success, saying things like, "Oh, that's great," or worse, redirecting attention back to themselves. This reaction often points to underlying envy or unresolved competition. Jung explained that the inability to rejoice in another person's success reveals a deep internal conflict. The success of others acts as a mirror, reflecting the person's own unachieved goals and amplifying their sense of inadequacy. So if someone is struggling to celebrate your victories, or if their response feels cold, it could be a sign that they are quietly battling their own feelings of failure or jealousy. Lastly, sign number 8 reveals the truth through nonverbal cues. Hidden hostility can manifest not just in words, but in the subtlest of physical gestures. It might show up as a fleeting glance, a forced smile, or a shift in body language when you mention something important to you. These small details, which we often overlook, speak volumes. Sometimes someone may verbally express appreciation or care, but their body betrays them. A stiffening of the hands when you talk about a success, a slight change in tone when they compliment you, or an unwillingness to make eye contact, all of these can be signs that their true feelings aren't matching their words. Jung argued that the body never lies. While the conscious mind may put on a mask, the body instinctively responds to real emotions. So if you sense tension or discomfort in someone, trust your instincts. Your subconscious may have picked up on a signal that your conscious mind hasn't yet processed. Words can deceive, but body language and subtle gestures are often the most honest clues. As we come to the end of this exploration, pay attention to the signs and the signals that those around you are sending. Sometimes the most telling behaviors are the ones we least expect. Now, before we wrap up, let's dive into how to respond when you notice these signs, because recognizing them is only the first step. We'll explore this next time, so stay tuned for our next video.